One thing that we can all agree on in prison, every single prisoner is on pedophiles, bro. Like whether you're a rapist, a pedophile, bro, you can't be around man, bro. And if you're around man under man's nose, it's problems for you. Like this is what happens. This is what happens. This is why they have VP wings. So you might have the whole jail that is a normal general population, and then you have VP wings and you have healthcares. Now the VP wing is called for vulnerable prisoners. It's literally for pedophiles, rapists, pedophiles. And if you're not on the VP wing and man find out that you are a rapist or whatnot, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna play you something and I'm gonna show you some insights of what's gonna happen, what can happen to you in jail. You get me? Because these things, bro, is we take these things very serious. That's one thing. And you see that the prison officers will tell the man them. You get me? When I was in high down, the prison officers used to tell man, bro. Used to tell man, my man's a rapist. My man's in something for something else, and then the man then would go over there and crash him. Like they will get crashed every single time and get moved off the wing. Crash, moved off the wing. Crash, moved off the wing. So I'm gonna play you something what's happened. You get me? And it's kind of gone real left, and we'll go from there.
Moment. Prisoners smirk before killing a fellow inmate in brutal 37-second attack. A prisoner was caught on CCTV leaving his cell with a smirk on his face before battering a fellow inmate to death at a prison. Ashiria Smith, 19, murdered Mahir Abdul Rahman, 31, by brutally stamping on his head and neck inside his cell at HMP Fosse Way in Leicestershire on August 20th last year. The victim was found unresponsive by a female prison officer inside his cell with horrific injuries and suffering a cardiac arrest at 7:45 a.m. He died at the scene around an hour.
Now let me tell you something as well quickly before. Prison, it's like this, bro. Prison like this. Now there's a lot of cameras. Before there was no cameras on the landings, bro. Like in High Point, whoever was in High Point with man at that time, there was no cameras. They only started putting cameras, bro. We had a lot of things. We had welding places where we can make knives and shanks and get them through. So prison was real. In certain prisons, it was very real, and it used to pop off in jail. You get me? So what these lot are doing, they're all just, this is what man see. They're saying, bro, boom, they got the lowdown with my man, and now they're gonna go mash your watch. Usually the routine in prison is every morning doors get opened up. The doors get opened up for association, for a little bit of shower, maybe for 45 minutes in the morning and whatnot. So 9 times out of 10, you would have to wake up out of your bed to close your door, you get me, and go back to sleep. So I'm just letting you know before I play the rest.
Hour later, with a post-mortem later revealing he died from a subarachnoid basal hemorrhage, bleeding to an area of the brain. A court heard Abdul Rahman was subjected to taunts by Smith and another inmate, Thierry Robinson, 21, which ended up with him throwing a hot kettle at them. The next day, Smith launched the fatal attack after a prison officer unlocked his cell door before continuing their rounds that morning. CCTV shows Robinson smirking in the corridor outside Smith's cell before emerging topless and entering Abdul Rahman's cell. Smith and Robinson emerge and calmly walk away from the cell just 37 seconds later, leaving Abdul Rahman to die. This is the chilling moment.
Now, my question is to you lot. Was this an act of this is not fair, he's serving his time, you get me, he's in jail for potential, he's a convicted pedophile. I'm going to do some insights, I'm going to play Tropical Juice's YouTube and get into what he's actually in jail for. Or is this like, yo, bro, this is crazy. These lot shouldn't have done this. Boom, boom, boom. Let me know in the comments. You get me? Let me know in the comments. Let me flip the screen. Let's get straight into this.
Jailed for an online conversation with a girl who...
Let me rewind it quickly, yeah?
On his screen, it says Mr. Mohammed had been jailed for an online conversation with a girl whom he thought was in her early teens. The quote-unquote girl was a decoy set up to snare pedos. The vigilante group behind the snare reported him to the police, and he ended up being jailed at HMP Fosse Way. And as you can see on your screen right now, it says man.
So basically, people just like to speak to underage women, bro. They like to speak to underage women. And he got found guilty for speaking to an underage woman. Like evidence around that, there's evidence. You get me? There's evidence. Muhammad, Sam, Christianity, Muslim, bro, it doesn't matter what religion you are. I am a Muslim. It doesn't matter what religion you are. If you're doing these things, you are a scumbag, blood. You're bottom of the barrel, bro. That's it. Like, you're bottom of the barrel. That is it. Sorry, my alarm. Wake up at 6. I wake up at 5:30 every morning. You get me? But you're the bottom of the barrel. Now let's get into more information of how this has happened and why this has happened and whatnot.
And found guilty of murder at HMP Fosse Way. A man has been sentenced after being found guilty of the murder of another man at HMP Fosse Way. Ashiri Smith, 19, was sentenced today at Leicester Crown Court after being found guilty yesterday of the murder of Mahir Abdul Rahman, who was also known as Mahir Mohammed, following trial. He was sentenced to life in prison to serve a minimum of 17.5 years. Thierry Robinson, 21, was found not guilty of murder, but found guilty of manslaughter following the trial. He was sentenced to 11 years in prison.
And here's my thing. Cool, you've gone into the cell, and I'm going to tell you a story in a minute about what happened to me when this something similar like this happened to me, yeah? So you've gone into a man's cell, yeah, to bruck someone up. They haven't gone in there to kill him. How has Smith been able to get found guilty for murder and be sentenced to 17 and a half years if you've gone into a cell to mash man up? Like, you stamped man out, you've done whatever, and then the other one has been found guilty for manslaughter. So what? Is there cameras in the cell? There's no cameras in the cell. What are you even talking about? So what is it? The DNA, you're probably saying the DNA from the trainer has linked my man to the head, whatever's happened to my man's head, and my man's got found guilty. But what I don't get is, yeah, cool, my man's passed away. Like, was this intended to go in there to kill someone? No, it wasn't. There was no intentions to go in there to kill someone. Like, when you're in prison, there's no intentions. You've gone in there and stamped man out and cut. You've just brought up someone. You've brought up a prisoner. I'm going to tell you a story. So I was in HMP Thameside. I can talk about it now because it's done. It's done. It's finished. It's over with. I was in a prison called HMP Thameside. Now, there's a guy from Lewisham. His name's Piglet. You get me? His name's Piglet. And my man, when he was on road, he tried to rob one of the mandem. You get me? So he tried to rob one of the mandem from Northwest. This time I'm with man's bro. You get me? Saitan. Big up Saitan. I'm with man's bro. And we're banged up together. You get me? This time we was banged up together in Rochester. Now we're in Thameside. We've gone back to prison. Boom. A word's come over to man saying, yo, boom, my man's in the jail, and this is what my man does. Obviously, I know my man's codees. Obviously, my man's in jail for a firearm. You get me? So obviously, he's come to the wing now. So we're like, all right, cool. This is what my man's done. Deal with it. No, say no more. Anyway, we've gone to his cell just like this. Gone to this cell in the morning, but my man's in someone else's cell. You get me? He's in a Thamesmead cell. You get me? One of the Cherry Utes. We've gone in the cell and we've mashed him up like he's been mashed up differently, like tuna can, everything. Like, a man actually thought my man was dead. Like, man thought he was dead. Like, there was blood all over the room. And I'm just telling you the story, guys. So obviously, boom, come out the cell, banged up, boom. The officers has been made aware the wing's on lockdown. This is what happens. The wing's on lockdown. Of course, they're checking the CCTV. We've been swagged to the block. Me, my cellmate, and the person that it happened in his cell has been swagged to the block as well. He's been swagged to the block as well. He's fuming because he's like, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with it. You get me? Anyway, my cellmate has took the rap. He's like, right, it was all me. Real brother. He took the rap saying it's all me. You get me? But my man was down in intensive care for a couple days. So man's in the block now, you get me? Thinking, fuck, bro, my man I think my man's collapsed. You get me? My man's collapsed. So anyway, my man came through. You get me? My man came through, and that's kind of boom. That's happened to him. My brethren's got, what did he get? Flipping I think he got like a month in the block. I was in the block for a week and I came out, I went back to the wing, you get me? Obviously, my man took the rap. That was it. This is what's happened now. So, boom. What was my point of this is, obviously, man's gone in there to mash up someone. Man ain't gone in there to think, oh, yeah, flipping, man's going to kill someone, because that wasn't a thing. This is just what happens in jail. If we find out all these things, these are the things that happen. And then, obviously, going on to it, the reason why I'm even mentioning the guy Piglet, because when I realized a couple years ago, you get me, I'm all hearing phone calls like, so when people, obviously, you know me, I always get cyber bullied. I get bullied online, cyber bullied, you get me? That's the only way people can get to man, because it's online, like public shaming, you get me? And I hear my man on the phone, you get me, talking to someone else, trying to draw me out. And bro, the conversation on the phone is on TikTok, it's gone viral, you get me? My man saying this, that, trying to just draw a man out. But I didn't know it was him till I found out, you get me? Okay, it was my man, and I realized why he's done that, you get me, my bro? So, but what I'm trying to say, in prison, unless you're in dispersal and serious crimes or whatnot, no one's not trying to kill someone. So for these lot to even get found guilty, one of them to get found guilty on murder, bro, there's injustice. That there needs to be an appeal here. But what's gonna happen is you're gonna try to go for your appeal and you're gonna keep getting knocked back. And once they've got you, they've got you. It's madness. You get me?
Imprisonment. A third defendant, Sean Karim, 38, was found not guilty of either murder or manslaughter. The defendants and the victim were all inmates at the prison at the time of the incident, which happened on Tuesday the 20th of August 2024. Police had been called to HMP Fosseway after Mahir Abdul Rahman was found unresponsive by a prison officer in his cell and in cardiac arrest at 7:45 a.m. The ambulance service had been called to the prison, but Mahir was pronounced deceased at the scene around an hour later. CCTV from the prison showed that Mahir Abdul Rahman's cell had been unlocked in the morning by a prison officer who had then continued on their rounds. Robinson and Smith then entered the cell before exiting it around 37 seconds later.
37 seconds. It took them 37 seconds to do that, and then my man collapsed. You get me? And 9 times out of 10, they've probably done that, and then the officers not knowing what's happened, and then just cracked on with what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? This is what kind of happens, and to be honest, officers don't even really want to be there, bro. They're just doing their job. You get me? Obviously, you have the job worth, but you have the officers that just do their rounds. This is what happens. This is what they do. So it's mad. You get me? HMP, Fosseway, it's mad. You get me? But this is real life prison stuff. This is what happens in prison. Anyway.
Smith was then seen to re-enter the cell and exit again shortly after. A prison officer then entered the cell where she found Mahir. A post-mortem examination found that Mahir Abdul Rahman had suffered injuries including swelling to his right cheek and on his left cheek of his neck, a deep bruising to his brain and facial tissue. The cause of death was determined to be a something basal hemorrhage, basically bleeding into the area of the brain. They probably stamped and kicked him out. Detective Inspector Mark Parrish from the East Midlands Special Operations said the injuries suffered by Mahir showed a serious sustained attack had taken place, which ultimately led to his death. Thanks to the hard work of the investigation team, Smith and Robinson have been convicted in court and will now face responsibility for their actions.
Now, guys, let me know in the comments, what you like. Let me know in the comments should this has happened, like should have happened. I'm gonna show another thing as well, because the same person, obviously, it's a little young G. I'm gonna show you. One sec. Same person that done this, obviously, the reason why he's in jail is for a firearm, you get me? And big shout out to Tropical Juice. He covered my man being in jail for a firearm. He was online, bro. He was online. Let me show you, bruv. Because, bro, it's madness, bro. He was online. Let me show you. Look.
Who was dancing around, waving a gun, waving a strap on camera. And I spoke about how much of an idiot you gotta be to be waving a gun on camera just to then get arrested by the feds. Now it turns out a year later, that very same teenager that was mocking in that video has just gone and killed a pedophile in jail. So guys,
you can't make this up. You can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up, bro. Younger generation, you're watching this, bro. This is not it, bruv. This is not it, bro. You're online, bro, with a gun, dancing around, showing live bullets. And then, bro, I just don't understand that, bro. Like, I think we're influenced by America too much. I think we're influenced by American music and what we see in America. Do you know that Americans, bro, they're licensed to have guns. And even if they're not, they don't even get that much. Like in LA, you're getting flipping 6 months prison sentence for not having a licensed gun. Like everyone rolls with a gun. Everyone. Man, them go to America. There's about 3, 4, 5 machines. Like that's what everyone does. Oh, it's crazy. Just show more of it.
Was caught with a gun prior.
Same person, guys, as well. It's my man. Nah, bro, like, who's fucking that stupid, bro, to be dancing in your yard with a gun, bro, and then have the gun in your yard in your pillow and under your beds, bro? Like, people always get onto me like, oh, you always talk about dig that, boom, boom, boom. This is that same thing with dig that, bro. You get me? Like whatever has happened. And then you go to your yard and recover another firearm. You got another firearm in your yard, bro. Like, what does these youth actually kind of like? What do they do? Like? I don't know what goes on in their brain. Like, what's kind of the art of war? Like, if you're on the roads, bro, and you're portraying this and that, like, how are you so stupid? Like, how are you so stupid? How can you even be on a video dancing, posting it, and then have the same thing in your yard and be surprised that police is not gonna look through your door? Bro, guys, change. Look, we've got streamers now. What are we doing this for? Are we trying to make money here? Are we trying to impress women? Like, what are we doing this for? Like, I just need to kind of understand, because this is madness, blood. It's madness.
Appears to be a Walther self-loading pistol made in Germany. Appears to be a 9mm with a 19 round capacity.
Now, before I read an article, I'm just going to give you an insight into the person they killed and what he was in jail for. I've got to shout out Ape Huncho for this one, because I didn't actually find exactly what he was in jail for. But
we went through it already. Madness, man. And also, guys, I want to kind of touch up on, I done a video about this. I done this video, so I can show you. I done a video down here. You lot can see it. Chico HRB gets sentenced to life in prison. TikTok star, 2 scumbags. Now, I received a message, from a family member, like, onto me. You get me? I'm not going to show the message because it's like, it's a woman and I don't want no heat to go to her. But respectfully, like, you keep on talking about black men tearing down black men, bro. Black, white, orange, yellow, blue. If you are a scumbag, blood, you are a scumbag. Like, periods. Let's not talk about people are flipping innocent, because you can't be innocent, you can't be innocent if you've been flipping charged 4 counts of rape involving 3 victims, bro. Involving 3 victims in the space of 5 years, bro. Man's been doing the exact same thing. The last person it was a trans. Like, so, like, you've got to be, it doesn't matter if you have any mental state or whatnot, you're not the full ticket, but you should know what's right and wrong. You can't be fully imagining, bro. What you're going through and what you're doing is, your family can be upset. You get me? Look, I'm going to show this scumbag again so you can see it. I'm going to keep on doing it. And scumbags like this need to be named and shamed, because it's all well and good, man messaging me and trying to tear me down and getting on to me, bro. But if it was your daughter now, you wouldn't message me. You will be like, justice has been served. or this needs to happen, or there needs to be a death penalty. This is what you'll be saying. So don't be messaging, man, talking about speak to this person, this person. You just didn't know that this person was doing this. You didn't know that your family member was doing scumbag things like this. You get me? And no matter what, I understand. Family members, no matter what, whether you're in the wrong, the right, if you've done something crazy, 9 times out of 10, they will still love you unconditionally and be there for you. But he has to take ownership, bro. 3 different accounts. You get 4 accounts, 3 different victims in the space of 5 years. It's crazy. And there's DNA. They caught DNA on the scene, on them. His DNA. Come on, man. You get me? Even my brother Els, he was in jail with my man. I'm saying, how come he didn't even know that? How come he didn't know that flipping my man what he was in jail for? I said, none of us knew what man was in jail for. He was just in jail. You get me? And I'm just like, okay, you get me? But, and if man did know what he was in jail for, that could have happened to him. What you just saw could have happened to my man. So me doing videos, making people aware of scumbags, bro. My man is a scumbag. You get me? And that's it. That is it. Like my man's a scumbag. So when you're messaging me, DMing me paragraphs about black people tearing down black people and rare, don't give me that black card, man. Don't give me that black card, because since I've been out of prison, bro, I've been getting teared down, doing good things. I've been getting teared down since I've been out of prison. So don't give me that black card, bro. Don't give me the black card. I promise you. I don't care about that. If you're a scumbag, you're a scumbag. You get me? If you're a black scumbag, you're a black scumbag. If you're a different color scumbag, you're a different color scumbag. And I'm going to mention that not on the skin color. You get me? So what you need to do is then everyone needs to kind of look into themselves and be like, oh yeah, we need to stop tearing each other down. You get me? But these people always need to be accountable for their actions, period. You get me? And my question to you lot is, just let me know in the comments, please. You get me? The 2 guys that was in the video that done that act to that person, are they a hero or are they a villain? Just let me know. Hero in the comments or villain? You get me? And if you like to explain why you think they're a hero, and if you like to explain why you think they're a villain, let me know. Because there's always people that when things like this happen, then they're serving their time, or this, that, and the other. This shouldn't have happened, or rare. Do you know what I mean? Let the prison justice system deal with them and whatnot. He's serving his time and whatnot. Or this is how these people need to be dealt with, because it will lower what's happening. Now in Dubai, yeah, we're in Dubai. There's not many mad crimes like this. The highest crime is drink driving and car crash accidents. That's the highest crime over here. You get me? The highest crime. So when Dubai is exampling people for trying to come to the country and sell and you're getting done for 40 years, it makes other people think, oh shit, I'm not gonna do this. Or when you're doing certain things, it makes other people think, oh, I ain't gonna do this. Just what happened to the little boy with the girl, and boom, something's happened over there. One of them was 18, one of them was 17, and he got sentenced. You know what I mean? It makes other people think, oh, you come to Dubai, it's mad strict. So yeah, man, let me know in the comments, guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.